Hey friends, Vanessa Fernandez here from the Enneagram Workshop, and today I want to do a little coaching conversations. It's a little different than what I normally do. I'm not going to focus so much on each Enneagram type for this training, but I want to give an overall sort of coaching tip that I think will be super helpful to you no matter what your type is. As a coach, when I work with clients, my number one goal is to allow my clients to experience compassion and empathy for what they're going through. And when this happens, when they share with me areas where they feel anger, areas where they feel fear, areas where they feel shame, areas where they feel stuck, frustrated, misunderstood, and I'm able to come back to that with compassion, empathy. Mostly that happens in the form of questions, wanting to know more, wanting to ask why they would feel the way that they feel, wanting to ask what contributes to that, wanting to ask what kind of narrative messaging is rolling around in their head that is contributing to the feelings that they're having or the insecurities that they're having. So having compassionate questions and being curious around the issue that my clients have is something that kind of helps the defenses come down and allows them to even get more curious with themselves. Because here is sort of a little secret. Most of us know what the problem is, and most of us know what the solution is. We just are either moving too fast or are too stuck in our feelings, emotions, or thoughts to let the dust settle enough so that we can see clearly. So if you think of ourselves as a giant bottle of water with a bunch of sand and dirt in it, when we're shaken up, when we are triggered, when we are upset, frantic, just thrown off of our game, everything is swirling around. And when you have water that's got a lot of sand in it all swirling around, you can't see through. You can't see even what you've got in that bottle until it gets calm and everything settles. That's when we're able to see clearly, and that's when we're able to usually, even without anyone telling us what we need, we can see what we need. So a lot of times the value in having a coach, having someone who can bring clarity to you is someone who will sit with compassion with you, and that compassion does a beautiful thing where it allows us to almost exhale, like, I'm not crazy, or it's okay for me to feel this way, or this is normal. When someone comes at your frantic feelings, it's happened to me. I have my own coaches. I have my own mentors. The minute that I'm in that state of swirling around and someone comes at me with compassion and empathy, everything settles. Everything settles. And then a good coach will be able, once everything has settled, to start shining a light on these little parts. Tell me more about this. Tell me what happened there. Tell me what you're thinking here. Tell me what's going on. And all a good coach is doing is trying to bring out what's already inside. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because we can practice self-coaching as well. As much as there is no replacement for an amazing therapist or a great coach, because they will oftentimes see and ask questions, all coaches do, they're looking at what you've already got inside and they're just revealing it to you so you can see more clearly, but it's already there. But we can, so you need a coach, but there are times where we can self-coach. And oftentimes when we try to self-coach, we want to go straight towards like the pep talk or the self-criticism. Hey, you should have done this. Hey, don't you know that you're doing this, and da-da-da-da. And especially if we've done work with the Enneagram for a while and we are kind of self-aware and we notice our patterns, and we can just kind of almost get a little snippy with ourselves, get a little judgmental, get a little discouraged. Oh, I can't believe you're doing that again. Oh, you're being such a 5, or you're being such a 7, and we're trying to pep talk our way. You've really got to do this, and you've really got to do that, and you've got to be more healthy, and that looks like this. And we skip over the self-compassion. We skip over the key element that I prioritize as top priority above anything else when I'm doing my coaching sessions, I'm not even honestly trying to like give the best advice to people. I'm trying to meet their fears with compassion and empathy. I'm trying to meet their feelings of lack with feelings of abundance and expansion. And so my coaching tip for you is do that to yourself. Ask yourself questions. Get curious with yourself, almost as if you saw yourself as just this scared little child. It's the hardest, most awkward thing to do, but it is one of the most beautiful activities you can do. Let me show you what it looks like in real time. And let me know if you try it, because I think you're going to love it. So when I start getting stressed, frantic, freaking out, yesterday our AC went out and we had to leave our apartment, and I've got 4 kids and we're packing everybody up and we're going to a different location. And I'm supposed to lead this 5-day free Enneagram challenge on Facebook, and it's the first day, and I want to show up on the first day so confident, and I've prepared so hard, and I'm so excited about what I'm going to share, and I just want it to be settled and good and confident. And instead, everything is chaos, and I'm in a new location, and the Wi-Fi is like not that great. So of course, on the day that I need to live stream something, I'm in a place where the Wi-Fi is not that great. And so I'm feeling all of this, right? All of this emotion swirling around. And instead of saying, Vanessa, just stop trying to hustle for your worth. You're being such a 3. You got to calm down. And anybody else love it when someone just tells you, like, just calm down when you're feeling like stressed? It's the best, right? Instead, I sat with myself as if I was my own client, as if I was a scared little child. And I said, Vanessa, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, Vanessa? And I was like, I'm afraid of not looking like I've got it all together. All these people came into this group. They're trusting me to lead them and teach them. And what if I don't show up with the best content? Or what if I let them down? And it was such a beautiful, and then I just kept getting curious. Well, but why is that such a big deal, Vanessa? What if you do show up and it's not the best content? Is that the, what is that? What does that mean to you? Why is that a bad thing? And I was just, well, I guess it's okay. I guess I can show up as a mess. I can show up in a different place with bad Wi-Fi after not having AC and 90-degree heat in Miami. And I was able to meet myself with curiosity and compassion. And in that, rather than fix it, Vanessa, fix your craziness, you're being crazy, you're getting upset, you're being all whatever, like, you gotta fix it. It was like, no, let's get curious. Let's be compassionate with sweet little baby Vanessa that's freaking out. And so that's my tip to you. The next time that you find yourself swirling, the next time that you find yourself at a heightened state of emotions, you find yourself frustrated, engage with compassion before you try to find a solution. Because oftentimes, if we can simply help ourselves to relax, if we can help ourselves to know that it's even okay to be feeling freaked out. I did have to move 4 kids from one place to another in 90-degree heat with no AC to a place that didn't have Wi-Fi on the day that I'm supposed to start this big challenge that I've worked really hard on. That's okay. It's okay for me to feel a little out of sorts. And the minute I met myself in compassion, things started to settle. I was able to see more clearly. I was able to recalibrate and reset and recenter myself. And that typically never happens when I come in as the advice giving, like the little angel on your shoulder, devil on your shoulder, little advice giving, Vanessa, just get it together and stop being so dramatic and blah, blah, blah. Like that. It's not a great coach, and that's not a great internal coach. A great coach, a great internal coach meets crazy with compassion. Allows things to settle so we can have greater clarity And then typically the answers are within. We know. We just have to get curious. So that's my tip to you. Hopefully that's helpful. Obviously, I would love to coach with you, but regardless, this is something you can use even for yourself in whatever moment and whatever circumstance you find yourself, to be able to enter into a conversation with yourself with compassion.